How to balance business and technical skills as a product manager. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about balancing your skills as a product manager. So many a time for those who just transition into product management, one of their greatest concern is, what are the skills do I need to prioritize? There are so many things I need to learn and I just can't get through it. So there is a side of business in product management that all you have to do is to understand the entire business flow, the concern around the market, how to deploy your product into the market, the right marketing strategy, business goals, business strategy, and how to spot value in the market. And there's also a part that has to do with technology. How do you communicate technical needs to your engineers, and how to be able to ensure that you are building the right features for the audience that you are serving. So most of these things are a bit challenging for those who just transition into product, and you kind of find yourself in a moving part, different things moving at the same time, and sometimes it could turn to a chaos that you just don't have control over things again. So to be able to have control and a balance of your skill set, you need to know exactly what skills do I need to get and to what extent do I get these skills. First off, you must understand that product management is a very dynamic role where you can join from different backgrounds. We have people who join products from technical background, formerly a programmer or someone who code, or you have some technical understanding. And we also have people who got into products from the business side of things. Maybe you are a marketer or a salesperson or a business analyst. You are well grounded in things that relate to business and how it works. And we also have people who just come to products from designing part of things. So you are very interested, or you have a knack for designs, perfect designs, user experience designs, things that have to do with designing usable and user-centered product. So amidst all of these different moving parts, the core of a product role is actually around understanding the market needs and being able to translate that market needs to a product deliverables. And there is need to be able to have this basic knowledge around business, right? Things like vision statements, strategy. How do you create product strategy, market research, primary research and secondary research. How do you identify a problem in a market? How do you understand the user's need from their own perspective? And what are the key players, the market trends, the TAM, the SOM, the SAM, just sizing the market. All of these things helps you to understand how your business is being structured and how you play safe in the industry you find yourself, and also the best approach to deploy your product to the market. So having those understanding will help you to fit perfectly, or have a balance of the business side. Then being able to translate those needs and concerns to your engineering team is also a skill that you need to get grasp of. And there's no pressure really. It's not that you will now start trying to learn coding from the scratch, or you want to start being able to spec out systems, architecture, all of these core technical needs. So but the idea is that you are being able to pick the business need or the business concerns. You are able to project it to the technical side of things, so that way you should be able to communicate to a different environment, to a different group of people who don't really have business understanding. So your ability to be able to present, the users, needs in terms of story points, and maybe some little technical understanding or language, just to be able to push to them, for them to really understand what you are driving at. So the whole point is to ensure that there is no room for assumption from the point of development, right? So and the idea is that the engineer does not have to assume, at this stage. So they are clear on what really you want them to do and what outcome would it be. And to be able to achieve this, you can shadow engineers, be in their room, be in their meeting when they are talking about their technical depth. Maybe they are talking about code. You just want to be able to have that understanding, and you just want to be able to communicate in their own language such that they are able to understand. Especially if you don't have any technical background, it is very okay for you to take interest in knowing how to communicate in their language. Also, you should be able to do some little task around understanding what API is, what API is all about. Mostly, some products need to leverage on API of other third parties. So you want to understand, how does it work, how does an API work, so that you are able to communicate those essential needs. And also things around system architecture, user flow, sketch, wireframing. Those are other skills, that at least design skills, that are relevant for a product manager to be able to get hold of. And you don't just become heavily reliant on your team to be able to drive certain output. You can do those things sometimes when there is heavy burden on your team. So, and when you are able to pull all of these strings together, it makes you become well grounded, and you gain control of situations when situations go out of control. So I believe you have been able to learn one or two from these little points I've listed. And if you are just joining me for the very first time on my channel, welcome, and I celebrate you. And you can always subscribe. You can subscribe so you can get to know when I upload my next video. And if you have one or two comments, you can just drop it and I will engage with you. I always love engagement, so at least we can keep the conversation going. All right, I will see you once again. Thank you and peace out.